selected ones. The cosmos shouts to those who won't listen, but whispers to those it selects. Let me tell you something terrifyingly real. If you have seen this video by chance, it is not by chance. Only 1% of people worldwide, according to research, are genuinely wired to overcome obstacles, shatter stereotypes, and engage in conflicts that others would never dare to confront. And you're probably one of them if you're still here, looking at this screen. The catch is that being picked isn't cute. It's messy, cruel, and frequently makes you feel as though God invited you to participate in an extreme survival show without your permission. You fight until your impact lasts forever. Your purpose is undeniable, and your soul is unshakable. You don't just battle for a victory. So fasten your seatbelts. For today, we will explore why you were selected, what you should be fighting for, and how to persevere when the universe seems to be trying your patience and your Wi-Fi connection. Are you ready? Let's be honest. In actuality, you were never intended to blend in. It was no accident that you have always felt as though you don't belong, and that the world is not making sense to your soul. You weren't meant to fit in with systems. You were meant to disrupt them. You know deep down that the norms, the expectations, and the routines that everyone else seems to follow without question were never intended for you. People in this world cling to what is known, even when it is broken, because they prefer comfort zones and conformity. However, your wiring is different. Others overlook the foundation's cracks, but you see them. In the story that society is trying to sell you, you hear the lies. You bear the burden of a system that was never intended to promote real progress, equity, or liberty. That discomfort you have experienced throughout your life is your compass, not a burden. It is proof that you are destined to upend, confront, and reconstruct. You might have been referred to as obstinate, disobedient, or even a troublemaker. Let them speak. You are unstoppable because of the very qualities they disparage. Because you serve as a constant reminder of their flaws, systems despise people like you. Being selected to disrupt systems is not glamorous. It may be isolating, draining, and even a curse at times. However, it isn't. It's a vocation. Because you are destined to forge your own path rather than follow it, your life will never be the same. Therefore, keep in mind that you are not here to settle when the world tries to confine you and asks why you can't just get married. You are here to destroy what is preventing others from moving forward and replace it with something extraordinary. Continue. There is no chance for the systems. This is your moment. Hit subscribe now and step into something greater. Don't miss out. Your difficulties are not arbitrary, and they are most definitely not a kind of punishment. Every obstacle, heartache, and setback you encounter has been carefully arranged in your path for a purpose. They are blueprints, divine directives, etched in suffering, disappointment, and anguish. They are there to shape you into the person you were destined to be, not to break you. The harsh reality is that you cannot avoid the conflict. You can't pray it away or outsmart it. Through is the only way out. People who have nothing to fight for are not wasted in life. Your goal demands a level of fortitude and resilience that only hardship can provide, which is why you are being tested, not because you are weak. You wouldn't know how to navigate without the storms. You wouldn't know how to persevere without the fire. You are learning something from each experience that will help you in the future. Others may wonder why your life seems more difficult than theirs, but know that your hardships are evidence that you have been called to something bigger. What most people won't tell you is that your hidden weapon is your challenges. One day, you'll use everything you've survived and the lessons you've learned the hard way to lead, motivate, and transform lives. God is utilizing them as blueprints to guide you ahead, not only for yourself, but also for everyone you are supposed to influence. Therefore, keep in mind that the struggle is not the end when life seems intolerable and you are tempted to feel abandoned. It's getting ready. You are being molded, honed, and prepared for something far bigger than yourself. Despite the pain, have faith in the process. Your hardships are helping to shape who you are. They are not in vain. It's not rejection as it seems. It's like the world is closing doors to watch you struggle, and it seems cruel and like a smack in the face. The truth is, however, that one of God's most underappreciated forms of protection is rejection. Because you weren't good enough, you didn't lose that opportunity, that job, or that relationship. It was insufficient for the person you are becoming, so you lost it. There are many pitfalls in the world that pass for advantages. Not everyone who smiles at you has your best interests at heart, and not every door that opens leads to anything greater. God sees the whole picture when you are selected, not just the fragments you are holding on to. Often, what appears to be a locked door is actually a detour from catastrophe. You avoided heartache, squandered time, or a circumstance that would have deprived you of your purpose because of that rejection. Let's face it though, rejection is painful. It hurts where you didn't even realize it existed. It might make you doubt your value and is isolating and degrading. Don't let it break you though. Being rejected is evidence that you are being singled out. It is God's method of sifting your life to ensure that only things that are in line with your calling are seen. People that don't see your vision leave because of this. For this reason, once ideal chances can abruptly disappear. Rejection is a sign that you are being conserved for something stronger, better, and more in line with your true self. It does not imply that you are failing. Therefore, do not allow it to break you when it occurs, which it will. Rather, consider what God is protecting you from. The answer is always greater than the suffering. They are refining you, not rejecting you. Your attacks are not arbitrary, nor are they the result of your bad luck or lack of merit. You contain something so potent and transforming that darkness cannot afford to let you completely comprehend it, which is the primary reason you feel that life has targeted you. The opposition of a world that recognizes your potential and is afraid of what will happen when you step into it is what causes you to feel heavy. You are a force of light that may inspire change, heal wounds, and end cycles. Darkness is drawn to light by its very nature. Consider this. Those who are not dangerous are not bothered by darkness. Those who are happy to remain in the background do not squander energy. You shine too brightly though. You are a danger to everything that feeds on fear and ignorance, a disturbance of the status quo. You feel under siege because of this. Every attack you encounter, be it fear, betrayal, failure, or uncertainty, is an effort to extinguish your light. The fact that the fights you are fighting are evidence of your strength is something the opponent does not want you to see. The attacks wouldn't occur if you posed no threat. Darkness wouldn't care if your life didn't matter. Darkness overlooks the fact that your light gets brighter the harder it pushes. You are refined, not diminished, by your struggles. You get stronger every time you fight back. Every time you don't give up. You become more radiant. Therefore, keep this in mind the next time you feel overpowered. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are unstoppable, which is why you are being assaulted. You are one step closer to achieving the goal that darkness most dreads with each victory. continue to shine. Light always prevails. Comfort zones are a trap for the chosen, even if they may feel safe. Ordinary is not what you were designed for. You weren't made to glide through life without encountering any difficulties. You lose the spark that makes you unique the instant you fall into a pattern or hold on to what seems comfortable. Comfort ruins you, not makes you. It weakens your edge, prevents you from seeing your full potential, and prevents you from developing the skills necessary to continue in your line of work. You don't have the luxury of stagnation, as other people do. You were not wired for routine. Some individuals can live their entire lives in it. The uneasiness that arises from spending too much time in one spot is your spirit yelling for change, challenge, and movement. You cannot compromise on growth. It is not a nice to have. Every action you take, every chance you take, and every difficult moment you have is setting you up for success. Comfort zones smother you, rather than prepare you. They prevent you from honing your craft, pushing yourself, and living out your purpose to the fullest. It's true that going out can be unpredictably messy and frightening. However, the alternative, continuing to live a life that is not in line with your true self, is a gradual death. Therefore, avoid being cozy. Never accept what is simple. Continue expanding, pushing, and stretching. What makes you unique and will guide you to the remarkable life you are destined to lead is the edge that God gave you. Greatness is hampered by comfort. Keep it from winning. One of the most difficult aspects of being selected is being misinterpreted. People will stare at you as if you're speaking a foreign language when you try to express your dreams or explain your vision. They will question you, give you criticism, and occasionally even turn away. Regardless of how painful it is, you have to realize that it is not a sign of a personal weakness. It's because you have a unique quality that others find hard to understand. Your life's purpose comes with a viewpoint that isn't appropriate for everyone. You have a unique perspective, a deeper sense of emotion, and the ability to hear inner whispers that others do not. You will always be different as a result. You weren't made to fit in or be understood by everyone. To be chosen is to walk a route that, if it is ever recognized or appreciated, most people will not. Stop waiting for approval from individuals who weren't supposed to see what you see. Your calling was not accompanied by a throng of supporters. Rather, it was a divine purpose. And because comprehending that purpose necessitates the same elevated viewpoint that brought you, it frequently isolates you. That's why you feel like an outsider and why people call you different. However, that difference is a strength, not a weakness. Accept being misinterpreted. It is evidence that your actions are in line with something greater than other people's viewpoints. It is acceptable for those who do not receive it today to never receive it. Convincing others is not your responsibility. If the world shakes its head, it's your obligation to keep going. Being selected means sticking to your calling, even when no one else does. It has nothing to do with fitting in. Your battle is so much more than yourself. Your life isn't the only thing at stake in the struggles you are going through right now, the ones that sap your strength, try your patience, and make you wonder if it's worth it. Every action you take and every challenge you conquer changes the course of events for individuals you may never even meet. You are fighting for change rather than merely survival. You are ending patterns of poverty, pain, fear, or uncertainty that have held generations back. You are tearing down things that your forebears lacked the means, the strength, or the chance to face. You were selected to bear the burden of history because you had the necessary skills to put a stop to it. It doesn't end there. Your battle spreads to others. It affects strangers who will never know your name, your neighborhood, and even your family. Your current strength lays the groundwork for others to follow. People on the sidelines are inspired by your bravery. Someone else's breakthrough is made possible by the barriers you take down. This has to do with legacy. It's about making sure future generations don't have to endure the same struggles you are. It involves changing people's life trajectories so that others might follow avenues that are full of opportunity, freedom, and optimism. Therefore, keep this in mind when you're feeling worn out and the battle seems never ending. It's not just about you. Every triumph you declare reverberates into the future. Not only are you altering your own life, but you are also impacting the path of future generations. Your battle is important on a deeper level than you may realize. Continue. You are creating something timeless. One of the most agonizing aspects of being selected is outgrowing people. It may be impossible for the people you care about the most to accompany you on your ascent, whether they are your closest confidants, friends, or family. It isn't because you are superior to them, nor is it because they are terrible. The reason for this is that the place you're heading to calls for a version of you that they might not recognize or be prepared to accept. At first, you'll notice it gradually. Once exciting talks start to feel little, shared goals become priorities that don't align, and what once felt like a connection starts to feel like a burden. It is painful. You have shared memories, shared tears, and shared laughter with these folks. In actuality, though, not everyone is destined to develop at your rate or in your direction. Some people are only supposed to accompany you on your journey for a while, not forever. The most difficult thing is this: letting go does not imply that you no longer love them. It entails acknowledging that their path differs from yours. Even when it seems like your heart is breaking, it means letting them go with grace. No matter how much you might like to, you cannot take everyone with you. Making sacrifices for advancement might often mean giving up relationships you believed would last a lifetime. However, keep in mind that outgrowing others is a sign that you are fulfilling your purpose, rather than a sign of failure. The air becomes thinner as you rise, and not everyone is suited to the altitude you are achieving. Letting go only creates space for relationships, opportunities, and others who share your goals. It doesn't take away from the love or the memories. Although it is difficult, it is essential to your development. Continue ascending. This is your moment. Hit subscribe now and step into something greater. Don't miss out. Doubt follows you everywhere when you have a vision that is greater than anything the world has ever seen. People will stare at you as if you're insane. They will criticize your decisions, make fun of your concepts, and call your goals impractical. Why? Because they cannot see what you are building. It is not yet a part of the physical universe. It has a spiritual component. You are the only one who can see it. It resides within you. The world is conditioned to believe in what it can see, touch, or measure, which is what makes your path so difficult. However, your vision deviates from those guidelines. It is larger than the boundaries that people have set for themselves and larger than the structures they are accustomed to. They will attempt to put their doubts onto you as a result. The problem is that the most vocal doubts are often internal in nature rather than external. More than anybody else, you will ask yourself, am I crazy for trying this? What if I don't succeed? Why is it so difficult? Your inner voice will try to persuade you to give up on your vision before it even starts by whispering every possible worry. keep it from winning. The importance of your vision is demonstrated by the fact that it seems unattainable. That type of job is meant to be challenging because you are producing something that has never been done before. The friction of brilliance is the internal and outward doubt you encounter. The resistance is what indicates that you are headed in the right way. Allow them to label you insane. Allow the doubts to scream as loudly as they like. They become slightly quieter with each step you take in the direction of your vision. You are here to create something that no one else could ever dream of. You are not here to blend in. Continue. The temptations you encounter are not arbitrary. Rather, they are deliberately designed to take advantage of the very qualities that make you dangerous to the adversary. When you observe other people, you might wonder why they don't seem to struggle as much as I do. In actuality, they don't have the same purpose or weight as you do. The enemy will not waste time on individuals who do not provide a threat, since you are destined for greatness. The power you can unleash is directly responsible for your troubles. Your temptation will be extremely customized and tailored to your particular strengths and weaknesses, in contrast to the typical temptations people encounter. It will be an assault on your vision, your motivation, and the core of your calling, not just your character. When everything becomes too much, some people may feel tempted to give up. For others, it could be an opportunity to cut corners or sacrifice your morals in order to get quick money. Know that whatever it is custom-made for you. The reality about those temptations, however, is that they present opportunities as well as challenges. Not only does defeating them demonstrate your power, but it also demonstrates your heavenly fortitude. You demonstrate that your purpose is more powerful than any temptation to veer you off track each time you resist and pick the more difficult route over the simpler one. When these struggles seem insurmountable, don't give up. They are indications that you are headed in the correct direction. The more the opposition attempts to trip you up, the more it proves that you are in the right place. What will ultimately make you unstoppable is how resilient you are in the face of these temptations. Remain steadfast. With each battle, you are demonstrating your value. When you are selected, you must realize that your accomplishments will frequently go unrecognized. When you win, don't expect cheers, parades, or celebrations. Your biggest victories won't be the ones that everyone notices. They will take place in the quiet places, working late into the night when no one is there, making decisions that change your path forever, but no one is around to hear them, or the quiet times when you persevere in the face of dread. This can be annoying, particularly when society celebrates conspicuous accomplishments. The true triumphs, however, are frequently internal for the chosen. These are the times when, despite your inner want to give up, you overcome doubt, transcend your limitations, or remain faithful to your mission. The fact that these victories are not usually acknowledged does not lessen their significance. They serve as the cornerstone of something even more significant: your influence on the world. Shouting your successes from the rooftops or chasing attention won't make you influential. It will have an impact on people's lives in ways you might not even notice. It will be in the little, silent moments when you encourage someone to keep going, when your words or deeds change someone else's life's course, or when your resilience in the face of difficulty allows others to rise. People's lives, choices, and views will be altered as a result of your perseverance, and your legacy will be the real testament to your impact. Therefore, don't wait for approval. When you win, don't expect everyone to applaud you. Your influence is more extensive, silent, and potent than that. Even if the world may not notice it right now, have faith that every triumph you declare, no matter how small, will have a profound impact that you may never fully comprehend. Continue to move. Your influence is already being felt. It is simple to feel as though you have been abandoned when you are experiencing periods of loneliness. It feels like punishment, like if God has forgotten about you, to endure the long, lonely evenings, the seemingly interminable solitude, and the unanswered prayers. However, that couldn't be further from reality. These times are holy workshops where God is molding you into the person you need to be, not empty spaces to be afraid. When you're chosen, solitude is preparation, not loneliness. God is strengthening your character, fortifying your fortitude, and preparing you for the future during these silent, frequently uncomfortable moments. You are being shaped in ways that would never be conceivable amid the clamor and distraction of the outside world. And the stillness is not an absence, but rather the presence of heavenly attention. You are in the silent place where true transformation takes place, whereas others may be surrounded with affirmation, attention, or praise. You are undergoing development, testing, and preparation for a mission that calls for your strength, stability, and resolve. What appears to be a place of solitude is actually a hallowed place where God can impart knowledge that can only be discovered in quiet. It is the ideal setting for you to deepen your spirituality, find your true self, and acquire the skills necessary to carry out your purpose. It is easy to be resentful of these quiet times and question why they feel so burdensome. But remember that they are a necessary component of your divine growth. God is preparing you for the grandeur He is about to bring into your life through every lonely night and unanswered prayer. Accept the quiet. It's preparation, not punishment. When you encounter challenges that appear too great to handle, keep in mind that they are cosmic in nature rather than merely human. Your struggle is not just about surviving, it's also about carrying out a divine mandate that extends beyond your personal existence and into the future of humanity. Your battle is a part of a greater sacred order that is intended to change the course of history, and God is using you as a means to bridge the gap between heaven and earth. Every conflict you encounter, every failure, every difficulty, and every uncertain moment is a part of something far bigger than you. You are battling to fulfill heaven's plan on earth, not just to win. Your tenacity is revealing a heavenly blueprint that will take you to a realm where the unthinkable is achievable. You will be able to change the world around you by using your strength, resilience, and determination to persevere. Your struggle is the impetus for progress, and your existence is a part of something far bigger than yourself. Continue moving forward. It is the future of all humanity that you are fighting for, not just your own. Your tale is only getting started. Continue writing it. It's time to move forward on this trip together. If this message struck a chord with you and made you feel the weight of your calling, join a group of warriors who are boldly, courageously, and resolutely embracing their divine mission by subscribing to this channel. You are joining a movement, a family dedicated to overcoming all challenges and embracing the greatness that lies ahead. When you subscribe, in addition to having access to inspiration, don't let this opportunity go by. Click the subscribe button to stay up to date on the knowledge, inspiration, and support that will keep you going no matter what. Now is your moment. We will work together to ensure that nothing prevents you from achieving your goals, and the world is waiting for your light to shine. Let's go this path together. So subscribe now. The future is beckoning to you.